Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I'm here to do a reading for fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Itchy nose. Okay, where's getting me today? Um, yes, I have chosen three cards from Wisdom of the Oracle, and I'll be clarifying with some other decks. And I've also let the universe choose a song, and the title of your song is Lights. Shining the light on shining the light on things that need to be examined, basically. Oh, I'm so sorry. Itchy, itchy, itchy nose. Um, so and I forgot to say this. My readings are timeless. I forgot my whole thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. If you watch tarot readings at all with any regularity, you know the spiel. So anyway, we've got unfinished symphony. Needing to tie up loose ends, needing to look examine things in your life that are unfinished in some way. You can't move on until you close out a cycle. And we have the yang yang card in protection, which is it's kind of cautioning against impulsive behavior, being too aggressive, moving forward on something that you may not be ready for just yet because you have to close something out first. It's the kind of thing where, you know, if you jump too soon, you may end up regretting it because you may bite off more than you can chew. Or as I said recently, chew off more than you can chew. Oh, the things that come out of my mouth sometimes. It's hilarious. Um, but yeah, you want to rein that in. And people with a lot of fire in their chart often have a tendency to be more aggressive, more impulsive in what how they go about things and what they do and making things happen. And it can be great sometimes, but in this case, um, you gotta cool your jets. Um, because we have blessed in the protection position, which is speaking to needing to fundamentally shift something within yourself that it's time for you to show up differently in your life, and in order to do that you need to b- take different actions, be different, um, do things differently than you have before. And which brings us back to this card, which is if you are used to being very moving forward very aggressively in everything you do, if you do have a tendency to be impulsive in your decisions, rather than taking the time to think things through, to close things out, it's time to acknowledge that, recognize that tendency in you, and make that shift. Shine the light on your tendencies, I guess. All right, let's look at the good tarot. What do we got? What kind of clarifications do we have? Yeah, there's some kind of uh something how do I describe it? When sometimes the cards shuffle really easily and sometimes they don't so much. And right now, okay, there we go. When the cards don't shuffle, there's some kind of like something going on with the energy where things aren't flowing smoothly. Um you have transformation. Yeah, this is about a transformation that you need to go through. And it's about needing to find the magic in yourself, in your life. Typically when we find ourselves in this place where we're acting impulsively, where we're being overly aggressive, needing to make something happen, kind of needing to control an outcome, control the way things go, we are We are not tapped into the magic. And by magic, I mean the the fact that your higher power has a hand in everything, that when you can go with the flow, when you can kind of release and surrender to what is, take care of what you need to take care of, and let things unfold rather than making them happen, that's when there's a sense of magic where things line up perfectly, synchronistically, serendipitously. um, yeah. Yeah, and so and some well, and I say magic too because she's holding a little fairy in her hand. And it's closing out a cycle as well because this card is death, the death card in traditional tarot decks. So it's needing to end a way of being, and in order to show up in a new way to create the life that you actually want, that would actually be super fulfilling, because somehow it hasn't been. And you get the King of Earth. This transformation is leading you to this place of being really abundant, really prosperous, feeling like you it's you doing the work, putting in the effort. And this is using your drive, your motivation in a positive way to get you where you want. It's a balance between taking the steps, doing what you need to do consistently, but also letting yourself be led as you go, led by your higher power. Um, and it can be tricky sometimes, because when you have an idea, and you want to go for it, but sometimes you need to pause, you need to shift, you need to pivot, and in this case, before you can even start, you've got to finish something else. um but you're going to get there, and you're going to be very, like, set and happy and satisfied and feeling very generous, able to pay it forward to others. um and we've got the Ace of Fire. uh, a whole new passionate beginning. This is where you're heading. This is when you start to get into the flow, when you start to listen to your internal nudges and your intuition, essentially, rather than, following your ego and what it wants. And it can be tricky. Again, it can be very tricky to find your balance in this, because our ego it can be quite loud, and it can be difficult to even know the difference between ego and intuition. But intuition is usually that initial kind of little voice that comes up, and then it gets drowned out by all the other voice, the other voices. But this is you, eh, having gone through the transformation and being ready for this new beginning because of closing, having done your due diligence and closed out a cycle, um, made amends, um, finished things off in some way, and then you're ready to go for it. Then you can move forward passionately and with all of your drive and motivation. But in this case, with the universe, with your higher power on your side, helping you, assisting you along the way, and you will be very, very prosperous. So the Oracle Tarot, we have purposeful action. That's right, taking purposeful action. But in this card, even though she's moving forward very swiftly, she's leaning back just a little bit. And in this, it often speaks to me of feeling the fear and doing it anyway. I think in this case, it's not so much fear that you're feeling, it's just um practicing caution. Practicing, I don't know if that's the right word, but you're you're like you're going for it, but you're not head first. You're kind of you're leaning back just a little bit to wait and see how you're going to be led. And pause and observation, the 9 of Wands. This is, yeah, this pausing, this is taking a minute to figure out where you are. It's it's allowing you to get a handle on the proper way to move. First deal with what you have in front of you, and then move forward quickly, passionately. Um this is a card of not being impulsive. um Taking the time you need to figure out your strategy. And then we get the 10 of Wands. Put down your burden. Jojo. You're painting. That's awesome. Yay. Doing something pleasurable amidst all the chaos. um yeah, putting down your burden. Releasing releasing the need for things to be a certain way in favor of surrendering and letting the universe shower you with the blessings, lead you in the direct in a very magical way. When you release that control, you do end up feeling better. You do end up feeling like, ah, yeah, it's the end of a cycle. It's allowing something new to come in. There's a lightness that comes with it. I want to actually, let's see. I want to go with the Dreaming Way Tarot. Uh, not a lot of water in this reading. So that's really good. Okay. Oh my gosh, and we get the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, this again, once again, it's going through this transformation, allowing yourself to see what needs to get done, what needs to be closed out and finished, what burdens need to be dropped, and then you come to this place of fulfillment in all the ways. You've got your friends, your buddies, your family, your loved ones, like you've got your money, you've got your health, you've got your happiness, everything just lines up. Yeah, lots of pentacles here. Um because of being in the flow with what's we'll just leave it at that. Being in the flow. And 2 of Pentacles, lots of pentacles here. Um, Pentacles and fire, which is perfect. Um, and yeah, I think this card just speaks to finding the balance. That it's tricky. It's like I said, it's that balance between going for it, um, very very passionately and decisively, that laser focus of yours, but then also pausing every so often and checking in with your intuition, with your gut, because that's or however you talk to your higher power. That's a good way, is to just like kind of let your body be the barometer. Does this feel right? What's left undone? You know, what do we need to do to I'm basically like crossing your T's and dotting your I's. Ooh, and the Wheel of Fortune, which maybe hasn't been things haven't been working in your favor. And they're starting to now through this transformation. You're fine because of getting into the flow, because of starting to let yourself be led. Um, the wheel turns in your favor, and you become. This is what leads you to your prosperity. It makes me this makes me think of what's the story Rumpelstiltskin, where the girl spins straw into gold. Ooh, and she's got wings. This makes me think of spinning straw into gold. Not that that looks like gold, but um, there's a magical quality here. Okay, um, I want to let's go with the Wisdom of Avalon. What's Wisdom of Avalon have to say? The owl, deception and wisdom. The owl can see very clearly. This is because of taking the time to pause and observe yourself. Observe where you have possibly deceived yourself in favor of following your desires, but in a I don't know how else to say it, in a very controlling way. Um, you're gaining wisdom. This transformation you're going through is bringing you to a place of understanding, of seeing the bigger picture, seeing very clearly of what needs to happen, of needing to have that balance between taking the steps and then pausing and assessing as you go. Yes, and thank you, Jojo, for the comic relief. It is always appreciated. Birth and rebirth. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Hmm. Major transformation leading you to a whole new way of being, a whole new way of showing up in your life for yourself, for other people. It's great. It's beautiful. And the dragon, power and strength. This card speaks to me of really tapping into your innate power and strength. It's not trying to force, it's not the power over people. It's not the power over a situation and just making it happen. This is that quiet power and strength, sort of like a tree or water, where it's it can seem very, it, on the surface it can seem very mellow, at least in calm, non-stormy times. But then, like, you get a flood and it destroys your house. I mean, there's some huge power in that. Or with a tree, like, many trees can withstand like crazy storms and survive. And so it's standing within your power and your strength, because that's coming from your higher power. Okay, what am I doing? I think I'm gonna I, my eye keeps getting drawn to my Rider Waite tarot. I don't normally use this in my element readings, but I'm gonna do it today. I'm doing okay on time. I will try very hard not to use the W word. We'll see what we get in the cards, though. There's not been I don't think we've had one card. We'll call it cups. No, no cups here. Okay, we got the 5 of wands. This is this is a card of kind of brings us back to I think where you may be at right now, which is needing to tie up loose ends. There's a lot of drama, fighting, chaos, and it's needing to step away from the fray, from the craziness, and just not get caught up in that and in the fighting in that anymore. Um, yeah, because I think this has to do with the loose ends. This has to do this is where you've been. This is what you've been dealing with. And it's coming to this place of like, okay, I need to own my part of it. Yes, I've been fighting too. Yes, I've been, impulsive, whatever. And make amends where you can and walk away in favor of doing things in a new way. Ooh, light bluish gray. That's that sounds very watercolored. Sounds like a really nice color, actually. And then you get the 2 of cups. It's so great. Yeah, you go from the 5 of wands to the 2 of cups because now you're making the choice to be in harmony with the people in your life. Um, to not go against anyone. You're figuring out how to be on the same page with people, or if you're not, how to work with that rather than fighting against it. Considering others when you make your decisions. And the sun. Oh my goodness, we get the sun. This is so great. You got the sun, you got the 10 of pentacles. I mean, you got the king of pentacles. Like, this is a card of happiness. This is drying up all that water. Oh, I said it. I said the word. I'm so sorry. um, yeah, just and a new beginning too, because of the little child here on the horse. It's like this is the transformation. This is the rebirth that you're going through. Happy-ish. Considering your circumstances. That's cool. Okay, so all right. I'm gonna go to my angelic messenger cards. I love that we got the sun. Seriously. So much happiness, so much joy, enlightenment on your situation, on yourself. Shining the light. Oh my god, there it is. Lights from the song. And divine guidance. Yep, yep, yep. This is your secret weapon. Learning to be led, learning to listen, get the messages, and blessing. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, you're turning everything around. Now the universe is like, "Oh, you're listening? Okay, here are your blessings. Well done, you." And expression, which speaks to me of a whole new way of being. Expressing yourself in a new way, not being so um, you know, needing things or making things be a certain way. Expressing yourself in what you need and allowing others to help you and to be a part of your journey. Um, and ultimately your higher power. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, let's go with the rune card. Rune, let's get our final card here. Love, love, love these rune cards. They're such a great cherry on top. Ooh, we got a new one. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Oh my god, Jojo. we've got we've got a tornado. We've got some serious flooding. Holy crap, look at this. Look at this. This is what our friend Jojo has been dealing with. Not the tornado, but oh my god, the flooding and hurricane and oh my god. Um this is Hagalaz. And yeah, serious storminess. There's a house flying away, a couple houses just taken out. But you know what? This I did speak about the trees that can handle crazy storms, and they're bending, but they're still standing. And here's you. Makes me think like you're in the storm, you're dealing with it. There's craziness, but you're figuring out how to navigate it, getting up on the car, figuring out how to get yourself out of water can represent emotions, how to get yourself up out of the water. Um, and you're in tornado country too. Okay, let's hope that this isn't a prophetic card. You have you have plenty on your plate as it is, natural disaster wise. So Hagalaz. Hagalaz, where are you? There you are. Hagalaz. I said it right. Meaning hailstone disruption. Hagalaz means hail or stone and is closely associated with the unpredictability of nature, which can cause widespread disruption, as our friend Jojo knows all about. Nature is a force we cannot tame, despite our best efforts. This rune suggests that crisis is taking over in some area of your life, or at least threatening to take over. And there is little you can do about it, but wait and see where the dust settles. Yeah, and we did have the pause and observation card, kind of waiting, assessing, figuring out what needs to be um, taken care of before you can move forward again. In this case, maybe letting a storm pass, letting some kind of storm pass. Um, Whatever disruption you're dealing with in your life is beyond your control, but what you can control is your reaction to it. If you can be patient, stay detached, and remain calm, you will weather the storm and may just find that the unwanted shakeup has given you an unexpected and liberating new perspective, insight, or direction. Absolutely. It may also remind you that sometimes things happen in our lives that we cannot explain, but these things are amazing opportunities for personal awakening and growth. Yeah, you've got the rebirth, you've got transformation, all this, whatever you're dealing with, whether it be a physical storm or, fallout from one, or it's, some stormy something going on in your life. This is your opportunity to make it work in your favor, to learn how to express yourself and show up in a whole new way. And the sun will come out. This too shall pass. It's crazy. Yes, it is, but you're going to rebuild. You're going to get your new floors and carpets. You're going to, you know, it's it's going to be okay. And it's going to be better in the long run than before. You're going to realize that you love that new color of your walls way better than what it was before, you know. so there's your reading. So awesome. Kind of intense, kind of very intense, but you're gonna get through it and it's gonna be great. And hang in there and Keep doing that inner work while you keep moving forward as well. Find that balance. So, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share.